swooping in and slamming with two hands, Jerron Hopkins.
Hi again, and welcome to the Buffalo Stampede Basketball Edition. I'm Mark Johnson of 850 KOA Radio, your play-by-play voice for the Colorado Buffaloes. The Buffs right now playing some very good basketball. In fact, they've won 4 in a row since their season-opening loss to Baylor. Now sit at 4-1, and boy, the games are coming fast and furious. Joining us here for a few minutes to talk about the last 3 ball games, one of the leaders for the Buffs, junior Askia Booker. And you guys are playing very well. After that season-opening loss, the Buffs have kind of found a little bit of a rhythm here, don't you think?
Oh, yeah, without a doubt. Coach has just been stressing, defense and rebounding. Kind of get sick of it.
Surprise, right?
Yeah, we kind of get sick of it at times, but, I think that's exactly what we need to do and continue to do that, and we've been doing it pretty well.
Big ball game for the Buffaloes, knocking off Wyoming here at the Event Center 63-58. No current Buffalo staff or roster had beaten Wyoming. Why has it been such a tough series for Colorado, do you suppose?
I'm not sure, man. I think they're well coached. I think at the end of the day, I think that's what it comes down to. They might not be as talented as us, but at the end of the day, they execute very well. And, they knock down shots and they slow down the game, which is not what we want to do.
Sure. And it was a bit of a challenge for you guys. You, in fact, were down at the half in that ballgame. I had to come back in the second half.
Right. We had to just, knuckle up and come out there and fight. And I think that's exactly what we did, and we defended and rebounded.
Was that a game, when you talk about the Buffaloes right now, as young as the Buffs are, you got 5 sophomores, 5 freshmen, if you include Wesley Gordon in that. Good to learn from a tough game like that where you really had to scrap and fight?
Without a doubt. That's probably the first game that we've, fought back and came back and won, and they got to see that. Spencer and myself and Josh and Xavier, we've been through that a little bit last year. But for those new guys, it's good for them to see that it's possible at this level of basketball.
With a game like that, especially early on in the season, as this team continues to learn itself, good for you veterans to kind of maybe shoulder a lot of the responsibility?
Yeah, it's hard at times, because Coach gets on us a lot. Whether it's our mistake or not, it's going to be on us, and it's just something that we have to, keep learning from, and we're going to, take upon it.
I think there's probably a little bit of a big brother mentality you're talking about there, right?
Exactly.
Sometimes does Coach maybe use you older guys as an example for the younger guys, even though it might not be your issue, but to maybe teach them a lesson?
Without a doubt. In the film room, I think that's a perfect example, If Spencer and I mess up, it's a lot bigger deal, and he gets on us, and he says that everybody needs to learn from him, not just us, but I think that it's exactly what you said, the big brother thing.
Buffs come back then with an early morning game here at the Event Center on that doubleheader day with basketball and football, and knock out Jackson State by 26 points in that ballgame. Was it tough to get up early and play a game like that?
No, not really. We get up and practice at 6:30, 7 a.m. every day, so this is something that we're, pretty used to on a regular basis, and I think, we were more prepared than they were to get up that early and play.
Boy, Jackson State, they gave the Buffs a challenge in that ball game. That was a good contest you guys had with them.
They had some pretty good shooters, some talented guards, and you give credit to those guys. Those guys are hitting shots with hands in their face, and we're basically shaking hands at some point, and they're just knocking down shots, but it's going to be nights like that.
Boy, on top of the rebounding and defense that Tad Boyle always talks about, he's always looking at the assist numbers, and that hasn't been a situation. I know with Wyoming, I think he had 4 or 5 in that ball game, but 23 assists on 28 field goals against Jackson State. That really showed you guys from an offensive standpoint were thoroughly running your system.
Right. Coach has been emphasizing that we need to swing the ball, and it sticks too much in my hands, Spencer's hands, and some of the guards. So when we get it out of our hands and push it up the court, we get easy buckets, and we just play together, and it's fun.
Was that your best game of the year? 15 points, 6 assists in that ball game?
So far.
Yeah,
I believe so. I had 5 rebounds as well, I think. So, if I can just play like that, be consistent and look for my teammates, I think we'll be just fine.
I got asked the other day about rebounding with the Buffaloes, and somebody said, they're really missing Andre Robertson. I said, well, of course they're going to miss Andre.
Right.
Was there a possibility maybe with you guys? Sometimes with a great scorer, teams will stand back and maybe watch that guy do his thing. Were there times maybe while Andre was here, as good as he was rebounding, where maybe you guys figured, well, Andre's got it, I don't have to worry about it?
Sometimes.
Yeah.
There's some times where you see Andre go and you stop. Because
Sure.
he's that guy that will probably go get that rebound more than likely. There's been times where, I'm going in there and Andre got it. I won't even jump for it. So
you see the flash out of the corner of your eye and he comes flying by and goes
that's what he does best. And, he's in the NBA now, but we miss him. But unfortunately, we can't have him back.
Yeah, 7 Buffaloes in double digits, in fact, in that game against Jackson State. Great balance for the Buffs.
Without a doubt. When the bench comes in, they score in double digits. It's great for us. It takes a lot of pressure off the veterans and the guys that start. And if you got a bench like that, we'll be just fine throughout the year.
Juron Hopkins got his first start of his young career, of course, for the freshman, with Xavier Johnson getting dinged up in practice a couple of days earlier. What's that like for a freshman when they step out there in the court starting for the first time?
I mean, I can only imagine it's probably a little rough on him. You know, he's basically thrown into the fire from the beginning of the game, and he has to be prepared for that, and I think he handled himself very well. Credit to Juron. He's very talented. You know, he's athletic. I think he showed that in his first debut when he started. I mean, the only thing he has to get better on, really, as of right now, is defending the ball.
That first start for you, it's too long ago. You don't remember that game, do you?
No, not really. I can't remember it vividly, but, I mean, I just knew I was ready to play.
Juron has shown it. You touched on it there. He's a pretty athletic guy. Had a couple of nice alley-oops out there. In fact, I think you fed him one of them.
Right, yeah. Spencer and I fed him one, or one each. Spencer's was probably from half court, and you know, he can catch stuff like that, and it's good to have a guy like that can run the floor, and you know, you can put it up there for him and finish. Monday
night, the Buffs come back against Arkansas State and win 93-70. That was a ball game. You take away maybe about a 4.5-minute stretch early in the second half. That was a pretty complete ball game for the Buffaloes.
Oh, without a doubt. I mean, they just like Jackson State almost. They were hitting shots, you know, contested jump shots that kept them in the game for a while. But at the end of the day, you know, it came down to defending and rebounding. We nutted up and we guarded at the end of the day, and that's how we got the lead.
Boy, so far this season in his sophomore campaign, Josh Scott, he's gained a little bit of weight.
Yeah.
Boy, he's been very consistent for you guys. He had 20 points on Monday nights and a good handful of rebounds in that ballgame.
Right.
Comment or two about what you're seeing from Josh so far.
I mean, just like you said, he's very consistent, and I think that's where, you know, us guards, if he's feeling it the way he did, you know, the other night against Arkansas State, we have to give him the ball. We have to. There's no question about it, because when he gets it, it's probably a 50% chance the ball's going in. That's really high at this level. So, you know, when he plays like that and he can rebound and block shots, then he's fabulous for us.
You ever surprised at how adept he is with both hands? I mean, he'll go left-handed, he goes right-handed. I'm not even sure what is his dominant hand, to be honest with you.
I mean, he shoots jump shots with his right hand, but I don't know if he finishes at the rim with his right hand. He's dominantly left hand when it comes to finishing around the basket, but, I mean, if he can get better around the basket with his right hand, I think he's a complete player.
Is Josh the oldest sophomore in America? I mean, just in terms of how the way he carries himself. Kind of shorts up around his waist, much higher than you guys wear. Yeah. He looks like he's 35.
His style and his posture, yeah, without a doubt, he's pretty old.
Yeah, he's been fun to watch so far. How about George King, one of the freshmen for the Buffaloes? I don't know if there's something in the water in San Antonio or what, but he walks on the court. It seems like he's got 7 rebounds, just like Andre used to.
I don't know what it is. It might be a San Antonio thing, but I think in the other game, I think he had 7 rebounds in 11 minutes.
Yeah.
That's very impressive. I don't know if there's many players that can do that in the country, especially at his height. He's only about 6'6", 6'7", but he can rebound the heck out the ball.
Yeah, there's no doubt about that. Well, the Buffaloes, as I mentioned, the games are kind of coming fast and furious here. They've got 2 more this week. Thursday night, UC Santa Barbara, and then a very good Harvard team coming in on Sunday. I know you guys like this. You don't have to practice too much when these games are coming quickly, but it is a little bit taxing on you guys.
Without a doubt. I mean, like today, we had a light lift. You know, we shot around, got some shots up, because we will have practice tomorrow and we have a game on Thursday. And I think, you know, that's what it takes to be prepared. You know, don't go too hard once you just had a game. But I think coach is doing a good job with that.
You know, it looks like this team. I mean, every single ball game as we're doing the broadcast, you can maybe see some growth. As young as you guys are, you know, with all the freshmen and sophomore, you getting the same sense?
Yeah, I think you know, coach is making us watch film. He's making us learn from our mistakes, and I think that's where, you know, maturity comes in, and you grow as a player and as a young man out here, and I think that's what we're doing every day.
All right. Hey, appreciate the time. Good luck against the Gauchos.
Thank you. Appreciate that.
All right. That's junior Askia Booker, the Buffs, and UC Santa Barbara on Thursday night. Then the Crimson of Harvard on Sunday here at the Coors Event Center. For Askia Booker, I'm Mark Johnson. Once again, for all things Buffaloes, check out Buffs TV at cubuffs.com. We'll talk to you next time.